the beginning, this whole thing was, I can do something that makes, look, this is a man who has spent his whole lifetime in the world. I am the greatest. You know, I am special. I am different. You know, and at the time when you reach the largest sense of exasperation with him, when you say, why don't you shut up because you're not, he does something to prove that he is. And then there's nothing you can say.
Muhammad Ali was probably the greatest champion in the history of boxing. A magical blend of speed, strength, grace, and courage. But Ali transcends boxing. He transcends sport. He even transcends national borders. He represents the best of any of us, the most talented, the most fun, the most fiercely principled that humanity can offer. Ultimately, Ali became the foremost citizen on planet Earth, the most recognizable face in the whole world. And this is his story.
When Ali was a baby, he was lying in the bed with me, and he had little strong arms, and he stretched out and hit me in the mouth and loosened up my tooth. And that was the first knockout he ever had.
Born Cassius Marcellus Clay, Jr. on January 17, 1942, Ali grows up at 3302 Grand Avenue in Louisville, Kentucky.
You have to understand the Louisville, Kentucky, into which Muhammad Ali, then Cassius Clay, was born. He grew up into a very stratified town, went to an all-black high school.
He was a good child. One afternoon, I was downtown, and I took my son into a store, and he got thirsty and wanted a drink of water, and they wouldn't give it to him. And then he started crying, and it really hurt him.
He hardly was suffering the way he was raised. You know, family was not poor.
Cassius Clay doesn't come from a ghetto. Comes from a very good family, very church-going family.
When Muhammad and I was born Christians, we were raised Christians, with Baptists of the Baptist faith.
I took him to Sunday school and church every Sunday. He was a very happy little boy.
And Muhammad Ali is to take my father's personality. My dad was very exciting. If he talked, he could make you laugh, and that's where Muhammad Ali gets his flamboyancy from.
Muhammad's mother was a very soft-spoken, warm, friendly person. Seemed to care about all the kids in the neighborhood, and perhaps Muhammad inherited some of that from her. Odessa was a very, very sweet lady. She was real nice. She took care of those boys, and she was real proud of those boys. She was a housewife. I don't remember her going out working. Her husband, Cassius Sr., he was a sign painter, and he'd go around to different churches and paint signs.
When he wasn't painting signs, Cassius Clay Sr. often cruised Louisville's black saloons with an eye out for diversion.
Muhammad Ali's dad was this chesty, outgoing, alcoholic, spent most of his married life chasing women.
He was drunk. And he was a mean drunk. He was arrested a lot of times for disorderly assault. One night, the police were called there. The father, Cassius, was gone. And Muhammad Ali had a slash in his thigh. Obviously from a knife or a razor or something like that. And I talked to the policeman who rolled out to the scene, and he said they didn't want to prosecute. They didn't even want to tell me who did it. He said I was pretty sure that Cassius Sr. did it. There were some heavy-duty scenes in that house.
Part of what lay beneath his father's erratic behavior was an anger as old as slavery.
The interesting thing about his name, Cassius Clay, is that it comes from a slave owner, but a slave owner who freed the slaves on his plantation and became an abolitionist politician. So in fact, the family had great pride in this name.
My mother sort of quiet, loving, kind.
When Ali was a baby, the first word he ever said was Gigi. So one day when he got older, he said, Mother, you know why I said Gigi? I said, why? He said, that meant I was going to be in the Golden Gloves when I got older.
This is the street where Muhammad Ali actually did his tricks, talked with many friends, and he ran here, just jogging from the school. We would get here, run to Central High School every morning during the winter days and summer days, and also run to Chickasaw Park. We played hide and go seek around here. We rode our bicycles. This was a very busy corner where we shot marbles on the corner. Many activities we did during our other years, right here on 32nd Greenway.
At the time, Louisville is a racially segregated community, and Ali is struck by the defeatist attitude that many blacks have. Even as a young child, he feels destined to do something, anything for black people. At the age of 11, a direction emerges.
Muhammad was given a bicycle for Christmas, December 6, 52. And then January, the next month, which is January, which made 53, we went to a home show at Columbia Gym. While at the home show, my brother rode his bicycle we got for Christmas. The bicycle got stolen. We came out of the meeting, the bicycle was stolen, so we asked for a policeman. And the policeman was a boxing instructor in the basement of the gym.
He was talking about whooping whoever he found and stole his bike. And I said, well, you better learn how to fight first. So he said, I'd like to come in. I said, you can start tonight or tomorrow night, or you can just keep it. So he did. He started the next night coming down, and he very seldom ever missed. Always, he was there when I got there, and he was there when I left. He's a very devoted kid, too. He enjoyed that boxing.
I was just sitting down, thinking back when I was a little boy in Louisville, Kentucky, fighting my first amateur fight. Ronnie O'Keefe. I won on a split decision in the third round. And I was paid $4 for the fight. And I was on local television in Louisville, Kentucky. The show was called Tomorrow's Champions. My goal then was to buy me a nice, beautiful car, buy my mother home. And Saturday night fights were popular at that time. And I figured if I could get on Saturday night television, we made $4,000.
He very seldom ever missed. Always, he was there when I got there, and he was there when I left. He's a very devoted kid.
You can fight all over. He'll be laughing with you, playing with you again, talking with you, kidding. You know, but he was always serious about what he did. That was boxing.
After he beat me, he was going to be the world heavyweight champion. Certain thing would stick in your mind. And them 3 rounds that week stuck in my mind. And after, right after he was announced the winner by the referee, he was going to be the world's greatest. He was the heavyweight champion of the world already at 14 and 88 pounds, or 12 years old and 88 pounds.